Howdy! I actually just realized that my pet was summoned. I did not mean to. I was. I finished setting up stream and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do other things while stream is going on. Like wait till the time because I'm always sitting here before stream starts. Like I really am. Like I'm just here getting ready. Sometimes I forget because I do other things. And I'll like miss because like my phone is charging or something. So sometimes I do miss it, but hi Stabby. I was so vibing. So last night I was like, oh, I want to listen to new music. I want to like get into it. I forgot why though. Because I was like, I think I think I opened YouTube Music, and they had like some quick picks. So I was like, okay, yeah. So then it started off with some like classic songs that I love, like a lot of Ed Sheeran. And then I was thinking about music that I like, and I like songs that are like heavy, like they have loaded meaning, and they're very audibly interesting, which is why I don't like singer-songwriters, because usually the way that they play music, salutations, Squiggles, welcome in. I'm not sure if you heard me, but for like the last 200 bits, I did notice them late, but thank you again so much. I appreciate it. But yes, oh wow, this person has a transformation on. Okay, he undid the transformation. But so yeah, I was looking into music that I thought was audibly interesting, and I realized, so that's why I leaned into rock music a lot, because it had a lot of meaning, and then it's very strong and very severe. Like there's a lot of instruments opposed to just like a few chords. I heard a sound. So yes. And then that's when YouTube just put me on a new track of music. So I found incredible songs. Like one of them was like Turtle Island. And there's like a part. So the woman actually plays a cello. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm actually a cellist. Like I'm a classically trained musician. I promise I'm not bragging. It's just, that's literally how I do it. I'm not self-taught. I learned very structurally, which has its pros and cons. And hello, Abby. And then, at the very first time you were singing it too. Let me make sure that everything's. Oh, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate it. I love it very much. Thank you, thank you. And yeah. So then I found Turtle Island, and I was like, yo, this reminds me of something. And then, because she plays cello, and there's a part where she like, I don't, basically if you, with any string instrument, if you move your hand while the note is being played, I kind of want to put like an MS Paint on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. But basically when you have your hand, oh my gosh, thank you so much for the bits again. And I actually see the alert. I need to add sound to that. I really do. You too, have fun. So if you put your hand on the instrument, on the string, and start from the bottom, and then move your hand upwards, it makes like a wow sound, kind of. And then I realized like that sounds so familiar, and it's because of the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. So I felt like I went in like a 180, you know, like 360 even. I turned around and was in the exact same spot because it was a different song, but from like totally different parts of my life. But still, I thought it was really lovely. And I guess I still like the same music I did as a kid. And hello, Dime! Welcome in. You're just gonna listen for a bit. Hey! So today is really gonna be a quest day. So I wanted to try Explosive Vanguard and see for it myself. So the criticism I heard for Explosive Vanguard was that it was boring. It's not very fun to use. And even like with Fighter and Elemental Knight, there's a lot of like special effects. And I heard that we just don't have that. But let's try it. So I'm going to go ahead and head to Talent, Arcana Association Room. You like explosions? I am kind of excited to try it. And let me check to make sure my tracking is working. Oh, down. Happy was a river when the water. So the way I test to see if my tracking is working with my iPhone is because the iPhone is the only thing that can test some of the parameters. And I know it's not working because my eyes are like literally like skipping. So it's like the webcam is tracking it and then the phone, but it should be, so I have to make sure it's positioned in the right spot. Never take without giving. Okay, look forward. That should work. And then the real test to see if it's working. Oh no, my mouth. Yeah, so the tracking is working because this, when I stick out my tongue, the webcam tracker cannot test. It cannot tell. But my mouth is kind of open. Like, I don't understand why. And never take without giving. Only thing I find bad about is that the payoff skill is kind of worthless. Maybe after Link 10 it'll be more usable. That's rough. I always hate it when the best part is at the very end. Like, you know what I mean? Like the very, very end. Like everything is good at the very end, you know? I should be able to see what is going on with my mouth. Let me lower Mabi because maybe it's catching the sound of the game and then moving my mouth according to the game instead of my actual voice. No, but my mouth isn't open right now. That's the funny thing. I wonder if it's the light because sometimes the light messes up with my camera. You haven't done anything in game. Oh, true. You're new, right, Dime? Oh. So what I'm going to do to try to fix the tracking a little bit is raise my camera up a little bit. Oh, shoot. My headphones fell. And I have like the chunky ones. Agile. No! Wait. Okay, I thought you had a sub, but you didn't. I wonder if it just expired. Because you did. You had one before. At the very first dawn, you were singing it too. I also found this like really cool Irish song. I had no idea what the lyrics were though. Like it was actually it was actually completely Irish. I was in it though. Like I was like, this sounds poppin'. Promising Arcana. So we're gonna try Explosive Vanguard. It looks like you're more than worthy to walk the path of the Explosive Vanguard. It just so happens that I discovered someone whose skill are an excellent match for this Arcana as well. So how about it? Would you like to learn the particulars of the Explosive Vanguard talent? And how are you, Abby? How you doing? For the test lines, you can send them the email whenever you have the time to record. Thank you. And let me know if you have a deadline as well, because honestly, it might be like in a week or two. Unless you have a very specific time that you need them. Yes, I shall assist you in obtaining the Explosive Vanguard Arcana talent, an endeavor in which I have no doubt you'll find great success. Okay, so I assume we just talk to him again. And hello, Kuze! This is actually a good day to see what Mabi can do. So I met yesterday was like commerce, which I fully understand could be boring for some people. But today we're doing quests and even exploring one of the new skills, because even though this game is old, we still get a lot of updates. So this one, I don't know where the skill is. So I'll just talk to him again. You're currently undertaking this quest. You must complete it. I'm glad you're here. We have a rather interesting report here. Among our usual flood of mail, it details someone who uses a lance to strange and explosive ends. What really struck me, though, was a detail with which the sender lays out the person's whereabouts and appearance, all the while thoroughly concealing their own identity. Oh, like a ninja. That reminds me of a video where I was watching how ninjas walk. And even though it was slow, basically what they did was they put the palm of their hand on the ground and then stepped on their hand. So they would move very slow, but it would be very quiet. But anyway, back to this. What really struck me, oh, I already read that. Laurire holds out the letter for you to look over. Does this paper look familiar? It should. It's a common sketch paper available in Porquilla and Iria. The ink used is available from any general shop, but something caught my eye about it. Here, compare it with this sheet, which I've written on. I bought my ink several months ago. Ali, welcome in! See that slight blue tone? Apparently it's a characteristic of a new improvement in color production, which was what? Why does this matter? Oh, Peru! I thought we were already friends. Did you unadd me? Or is this a new character, maybe? Which was rolled out with the latest batch, so we could tell that this ink was purchased quite recently, maybe even immediately before writing the letter. And the handwriting strikes me as even stranger. Here, see? The writer clearly well-educated with a neat hand. The words are carefully chosen and formal. If I were to read it out loud, you'd think a noble had written it. But if you look closely, on several of the most obscure words, there's a slight smudging, as if the writer hesitated. And it's the case of words scratched out and rewritten. So perhaps we have a case of a wealthy sender who has a servant or hireling write a message for them to disguise their handwriting. But any one of these clues could be intentional to mislead us. Interesting. Like, why? Why go through all that effort? Especially, like, how was he able to tell? Like, how was he able to tell? Who's looking at the tone of the ink? Like, who does that? Unless you're a forensic scientist. But that is not who Laurire is. Then I tried tracking and journey through the postal service, but the sender commissioned a series of private messages to disguise the origin, another dead end. At this juncture, I don't believe any more research into the letter writer will bear fruit. All that's left is looking into the candidate himself. Unfortunately, that's the very path the writer wants us to take. I hope my hesitation is ungrounded, but, well, I can only urge caution. The sender going to such lengths to conceal their identity is concerning, to say the least. If the report is true, it's good news for the association, no matter who the sender is, and perhaps we will understand their motives better once we meet the candidate. So that's why I called you. I know you can be relied upon, no matter the circumstance. Could you help me find this lance wielder? Accept. Thank you. I appreciate your help as always. Based on the report, this person is most frequently in Belvast. He seems to be... It's so funny because Belvast is a real place, which when I think about it, it's just so funny. That's like if California was an option. You could just go to California. And not like vintage California, like straight up California, but they treat it like a fantasy land, which is just so funny to me. He seems to be a regular at the pub, so I recommend making that your first stop. This guy flew in. He summarizes the report for you. Apparently, the candidate is a giant in his 50s or 60s. Wow, with notable pure white hair. I love white hair. I love white hair. Like, I'm obsessed with it. Whenever I see somebody really rocking white hair, I just adore it. Like, I don't understand why people go to great lengths to hide their silver hair. It's beautiful. Like, gorgeous. But anyway, we won't go into that too much. Oh, perfect. That's great. If it's November or December, that's fine. 100%. We'll get it in like a month, I think. Like, no more than a month, I mean. What have you done? The rain don't sing. Tore the spirit of everyone. Now just look at you crying. I believe I can get to Belvast pretty quickly. I'm trying to think. I actually think the quickest way would be the Moon Gate. So I'm not even gonna bother. We're just gonna go to a Moon Gate. Because I think the quickest way, and I actually have a cornbread. I made this little cornbread. It kind of doesn't taste like cornbread if I'm being so for real, but I like it anyway. It's like cornbread mixed with croissant. It reminds me of that meme where it's like, I wanted a croissant, so I went to the store and bought a croissant. Okay, so the moon gate's right here. And then we can teleport to Belvast. I don't really know where the pub is, but I would assume it's on this side. Tore the spirit from everyone. Now just look at you crying. Is it over here? Okay, Explosive Vanguard. It's actually on this side, but it's fine. I think this is close enough. Ah! I forgot we can't fly in Belvast. It's still fine. It's still fine. It's just a little bit more tedious. Because we'll cut through here. Tore the spirit from everyone. See, if I went to this moon gate, it would have been more of a hassle, to be honest. So I'm glad I went to this one. None of you have white hair. What's going on? You either. I guess I have to talk to them. What do you think of Mabinogi? I adore it. It's one of my staple games. I've been playing it for years. I started playing like at least in 2008, but this isn't even my first account. This is my second account. So this account is like 2008, 2009, something like that. But I had another account before this one. The reason why I switched was because I forgot the password of my original one. But I still have video recording of my first account, so it is still kind of nostalgic to look at. And you can kind of see how the old UI looked like and how much it has improved over the years and how much it will continue to improve because Eternity is coming out. So I'm so excited about that, and I already think it looks great. There's just some things I would change. Like, actually, I think all of the characters look phenomenal. If they wanted to, except for like some of the older NPCs. So like Tarlock looks fine, but like, I don't know. Like, what's her name? The one who does the jousting tournament? Like, she kind of needs a glow up. I'll be so for real. But I think a lot of the graphics and everything still hold up over this time. I think I would just like more physics. So currently, actually, when this hair was released, this Seraphic, I knew I wanted it because of how dynamic it is. Like, watch the hair. It's moving. You see that? You see that? I know that's so small, like, you guys will not understand, but it's moving. And then look. Let me show you one of my items, because when I saw this item, I also had to get it. It's not just an animation, it's physics. I think Isaac Meowton has it. Do you like puns? I realize I always name my things puns. This Seraphic Cantable thing. Look at it. I think it'd be easier to look at. What you see it? It's moving. I love it. But I think we need more items like this because most of them do not move according to what you are doing. Like, most of them don't. And honestly, that's kind of what I expect. A lot of even modern games don't do that. And then there's always going to be clipping and stuff. So it's not something I'm like too I just love it. You know, when it works out perfectly. Like this hair doesn't move. And it's the same length, basically. It just doesn't move. And that's fine. But when it moves with the physics, it's just beautiful. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. My giant is 42k. Started my giant like 2 weeks ago. He knew. Oh! Wow, and you leveled him up already. Like, a lot. Toward the spirit of everyone. And I like it. I just like the game. I think it's fun. I like the music. Especially like the music in your homestead. Or my homestead specifically. Which is the login intro. I just love it. Listen. He knew. New Arcana. Yes. Let me actually focus on that again. I was talking about why I love Mabi. Tore the spirit of everyone. No. Hey, you want a drink? Pull up a chair. I've been at every port from Stella to Scene, and you won't find any better ale than Barry. Thank you so much for the redeem. Ask about what's in the report. A giant with white hair? Sorry, buddy. That doesn't ring a bell. Yeah, I spend a lot of time here. But not time that I can remember the next day, if you catch my drift. LOL, he's like, I'm blackout drunk every day. You want my advice? Don't bother with me, or the rest of the drunken lots. If you're looking for information, talk to Barry. He remembers everything. Just don't tell Barry I sent you. You hear? Before you go, though, sure I can't interest you in a drink? At your refusal, the sailor goes back to his carouseling with intent. It doesn't seem like you'll get get anything else useful here. Go talk to the pub owner, Barry, about the man in the report. Sacred Guard is so much fun. Running end game. Yes! I actually like it. I actually love running with a Sacred Guard. I'm actually taking a bite of this cornbread. This cannot be considered cornbread. It's good, but it cannot be considered cornbread. I actually love running dungeons with Sacred Guards as a Harmonic Saint. It's just so nice. I don't have to worry about dying or getting hit. I just work on my job. And then there's like a range. So for anyone who doesn't know, the Sacred Guard has a certain range where damage can be done. Or like, if you're in that range, when it triggers, you don't take damage. The Sacred Guard does. So I don't know if you played Ragnarok online, but the Paladin has a similar skill. Where if you're in a party, the Paladin takes the damage for the entire party. So then it becomes the healer's job to heal that one person, the one Paladin. And it's just so much easier. It's so nicer. And then nobody else has to worry about dying. They just have to worry about doing hits, doing the DPS. And it's just so convenient. They did Shadow nerf Sacred Guard damage. Oof, that's rough. And I feel like even that, because Mabi continuously gets support, they constantly update what I care about. You know what I mean? Like, we got Hymn of Resurrection, which is what I wanted for so long. And then now we have like a very similar to Paladin class, which is Sacred Guard. And I love it. I love it. So I can focus on healing while somebody else is a tank and then somebody else is a DPS. But even then, as a Harmonic Saint, I'm still pretty powerful. So I adore that. I really do. And it continues, and they listen, which is so great. Is it perfect? No. But there's so many good. I think Mabi is the best MMO. Period. Like, that's my personal opinion, but let me go back to the quest. At your refusal, the sailor okay. Tore the spirit from everyone. This guy doesn't look like a pub owner. He looks... I don't know what he looks like. He looks like Magic Ring Ken. You know what I mean? But despite his winning smile, there's something ominous about this man. He looks perfectly harmless and greets you warmly, but you cannot shake the feeling that something is amiss. Why do I see Sacred Guard memes as the Earl off Squidbullies? I have no idea what that is, but if you see memes, where do you see these memes? Because I want to be in that community. Like, I want to follow the people that you're following to see Mabi memes. Because nobody talks about Mabi. In my circles, nobody talks about it, but I would love to see more. Welcome to Berry Pub. Not here for the drink, are you? Let's hear your question then. Barry's sharp eyes cut right into the heart of the matter before you can explain anything. It seems there's no point in any small talk. You might as well just ask. Personally, I actually like it. I'm with Barry on this one. Let's skip the small talk. Ask about the man in the report. Well, we're not right by the port, my friend. We see all sorts come through here. Plenty of giants in their number. But, based on your report there's one man who comes to mind. You better not ask me to pay. He tends to stand out in the crowd, and for all I may joke, it doesn't mean his height. He never has a hair out of place. Not on his head or his beard. And he seems to come by when we've gotten the real top shelf liquor in. Don't ask me how he knows. But he always takes his drinks to go. I doubt he would get any recognition out of the regulars. Don't know that I've seen him say a word to any of them. Do you know anything else? Didn't you hear me? I don't know anything about him. Nothing at all. And if I did, I couldn't tell you. My business runs on trust, and no one trusts a bartender with loose lips. That's crazy. But you think, what are these shoes? Are these loafers? Or those are boots. Never mind. I was about to be like, bro, you can't wear a suit and loafers. Like, that's crazy. But boots and a suit is actually fine. But you did come all this way. It would be unhospitable to let you leave empty-handed. Here's what I think. I think perhaps after you leave here, you might pay a visit to my wonderful daughter. Her name is Van Allen, and she works at the general shop. It's in the bazaar, right across the street from here. Now, someone like me, I'm at the pub until late at night. I don't see anything worth seeing. But my daughter, now, she's always out and about. It's important for young folks to stay active. So maybe you go see my daughter, and you ask her if she's seen a giant customer with a fondness for Belfast whiskey. Maybe that'll ring some bells for her. I like that. I kind of like the flow he's got going on. He's like, well, you didn't hear it from me. You come back soon, won't you? And next time, maybe you could even buy something. Okay, yeah. Shoot, I like him. Barry smiles at you. Wide, but without warmth. It doesn't seem like he's going to say anything more to you. Let's go talk to Barry's daughter, Van Allen, at the bazaar. I like him. I don't even need him to speak warmly. Like, think of me. He got that Alexander Hamilton hair. Like, what is this? Like, pioneer hair? Things that come out of my head. Get them on paper, Mr. Chairs. Make them happen. I want to see it. I think that would be so fun. In fact, I kind of want some of the artists. So I'm not a very good artist, but I want some of the more experienced artists to draw like mabi memes. I think it would be so funny. I think somebody who does really good work with making funny stuff with mabi is actually Luminasi. I think she's very funny and very skilled at what she does with her editing and everything. Grade A. It's an Adult Swim show. Nice. I never heard of that before. But I actually never watched Adult Swim. I feel like I might have like seen it come on a couple of times, but it's never something that I've like actively tried to watch. Toward the spirit of everyone. Did I just run to the... Oh! I ran to the wrong place. Now just... Yes! We can just... Oh, I forgot about auto-tracking, but I love that. We love that. Now just... I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. How some of the characters look pretty bad. So, player characters, we look great. Because typically we change our outfits based on whatever is like out and whatever the new gacha is. But some of these old NPCs haven't been touched up, and these are the people that I really want to be touched up for eternity. Because why are her arms not even together? Like, her arms aren't even together. Like, what's happening here? Her arm is literally detached from her body. Do you guys see this? It is so bad. And then, like, this hairstyle, I know what she was going for, but it's giving very... And even, like, right here, you can see that there's, like, a clear, like, point. That's not how human hair is. Not unless you didn't, like, brush it down or something. It looks like she kind of used, like, a bump it, but, like, worse. Like, a spiky bump it. So, yes, there are definitely some things that I want worked on. I think the main thing that I have an issue with is the NPCs. And not all of them. Some of them are very fresh. And our potato feet. Wait, do we still have potato feet? I feel like we don't. I feel like they recently updated that. Let me check my feet really quickly. Oh. Yeah, we still got potato feet. We still got potato feet. We need to change our potato feet. That too. For some reason... It must have not happened. I thought for sure there was an update already. A stunning young barmaid with a shock of red hair as vibrant as her spirit. You can't help but feel drawn in by her contagious smile and welcoming demeanor. Her eyes seem to hold an ocean of dreams, vast and deep as the ocean itself. An ocean of dreams, vast and deep as the ocean itself. I don't know. I wish they used different words there, because it's like ocean of dreams, and the ocean itself is like ocean right next to each other. Pretty close. Hey, hey there, what's up? Out for some shopping? I sell basically everything you could ever need, you know? Ask about the man in the report. You want to know what about a giant who likes Belfast whiskey? Well, I can think of a couple of folks who fit that description, but I think I know who you mean. I've seen him a few times when I was cooking for the pub But Dad sent you to me, right? Of course he did. Typical. He has this rule that he won't share information about customers at the pub, so if he thinks someone actually needs to know, they'll send them to me. That way, technically, he didn't say anything. It kind of reminds me of when, like, friends... So I was always very introverted, and, like, people didn't understand why I wanted to be alone all the time. And then they would think, oh, she's alone, so she doesn't want to do stuff. Like, she's alone, but she wants to do stuff. Like, people couldn't understand that I needed time to recharge. Hello, Kirby! And hello, Bonu! Welcome in, and welcome back. So I would spend a certain amount of time with my friends and then, like, go back home. And they didn't understand that I didn't want to go. Like, I wanted to go home. Like, they didn't understand that. So they'd be like, oh, like, ask your dad if you could do this. Like, or if you can, like, go out with us shopping. Like, 1 more hour. So then I would be like, okay. And then I'm very non-confrontational. So I would go up to my dad and be like, Dad, can I go out shopping with my friends? And then he would be looking at me and he's like, yeah. And I'm like shaking my head, no. And he'd be like, no. And then I'd be like, oh, my dad said no. Now I think I've have a better grasp at how to handle conflict, and I can understand how to explain things to people. I fake phone calls for the same reason. Honestly, valid. You're so real for that. Now I feel like I have better confrontation management. Before, I could not stand the idea of somebody not liking me or being mad at me. But now I understand that, like, most people do not care, and the reason why they're asking to hang out is because they like you, not because they're mad at you or want to catch you in something. So yeah, I grew a lot since then, but it's still funny. My dad would be like, yeah, no. Like, that makes a difference. But anyway, what did you need to know? Where can I find him? Oh, you want to know where he is now? Well, it's not like I keep track of him. I'm not sure what part of town he lives in. Oh, but there is a place I see him pretty frequently. If you head past the bank and then up the stairs towards the Admiral residence, there's an empty lot near the Myconif Cliffs. I've seen him there sometimes, just staring at the sea. I don't know if he'd be there now or anything. If he's got a schedule, I haven't picked up on it. Hey, if you do find him, then you're welcome. Come back again sometime and actually buy something, will you? My cooking is known throughout Belfast. You're missing out. She doesn't seem to have anything else to tell you. You might as well check the spot he mentioned. What's this game? Oh, it's Mabinogi! Pinky, I'm pretty sure you've seen Mabinogi before. Like, you're pretty... Like, I've seen you at least 3 or 4 times. But yes, this is an MMO called Mabinogi. So right now I'm doing a quest to be able to get the new Arcana. So Arcana is basically like the combination of 2 classes. So I'm not going to go into the entire thing, but basically the way other games have classes is how we have talents. And 2 talents combined is an Arcana. And then we have a new one, and I'm trying to get it. I should also get Alchemy Sharpshooter. I can actually get it now, because I have all of the Grandmasters for that. But that might be for another time. Currently, we have to find this guy, this giant, who is apparently really mysterious and has a way of concealing his identity. So clearly he has an Arcana for this. He's doing it on purpose. I have, but I've never actually asked what the game is. Well, now you know. It's Mabinogi, an MMORPG made in 2004. And it encourages you to live your fantasy life. Do I sound like I work for the company? He's kind of cool looking. Like, he kind of looks like... He's a giant. That's why he's much taller than me. So I'm a human, and he's a giant. Did you know in this game, giants can pick up humans and then give them like a... It's not a piggyback ride, so you don't jump on their back. You sit on their shoulder. And it's so funny. If you're a giant, like, let me know. I think I would like to show everyone. Would you ever like guests to join you? In Mabi, I've had people join me in commerce all the time. So if you wanted to, you 100% can. I think in this game, it's kind of like, well, not in this game, but on this day, on Thursday, when I'm doing quests, it's not really the best unless I'm running some sort of dungeon. So if I'm running a dungeon, please hop in. I need you. This reminds me of Terra. Yeah, but I think Terra is newer. I'm pretty sure. You sound sponsored? Yeah. I'm not, but I want to be. I love my cornbread. And it's so sad because Mabi had a content creator program called Soul Streamers. And that was one of my goals when I started streaming. Like, oh, I want to be big enough so that I can join Soul Streamers. But they dissolved the program, so I will never be a Soul Streamer. But that's okay. Belvast was added for G13. I believe Tara was added for G9. Oh yeah, but I think... Oh, so yeah. Definitely, Tara is a newer game than Mabi then. I mean, yeah. But thank you, TKM. Your name sounds familiar. I think maybe I bought a product from a store called TKM. Unfortunately, I'm not much of a gamer. That's a-okay, Abby. Another one of my goals, so don't be too sad for me. I'm not able to become a soul streamer, but you know what I am able to do? I really want to be a voice actor. Like, so badly. Well, in Mabi, specifically. I'm already a voice actor. But there's a character who does not have an English voice that I really want to be the English voice of one day. So hopefully, one day when they are hiring English voice actors, some of the characters do have Japanese voices, like this character. Not Japanese, Korean. She has a Korean voice, but not an English voice. I would love to be the English voice of Planet. Ah, what a beautiful day. Isn't she so cute and lovely? I'll listen to her story. No, I won't. I thought she was actually going to tell us a story, but that's just open conversation. But yes, I would love to be the voice of Blanid or Vivi. If you don't know who Vivi is a random side character for the Fishing for the Stars event. But I love her. I think she's beautiful. I think she's cute. I like her personality, and I love my headcanons for her. But yeah, you're still streaming the game? Absolutely. I love this game. I've been playing for years. You'll be awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Abby. Oh, he's got like that stoic vibe. Who does he remind me of? Like, I feel like I've seen him before. Like, he feels so familiar. Maybe he just looks like a random, like, anime dad. You know what I mean? Like an anime grandpa. Did you know Vivi is the name of one of the most beloved Final Fantasy characters? 100%. I love Vivi. I actually like that Vivi too. I think I like Vivi's, like, secret form, though. I don't think it's Vivi's actual form. Let me check. Final Fantasy 14. Oh, wait, what? No, not Final Fantasy 14. Vivi. No, I like... If you Google Vivi... Yeah, that's the Vivi I really like. I think Vivi's so cute. I just like the design of Final Fantasy. I think Final Fantasy does... I was thinking about this the other day. I think Final Fantasy has probably some of the best semi-realistic style. You know what I mean? Like, it's not quite like... It's like anime, but like not. If that makes sense. I don't know if anyone's picking up what I'm putting down. But like Cloud. Like, look at... Like, he looks so... He doesn't look traditionally like anime, if that makes sense. Do you know he also has a Magic the Gathering card? It's worth a fair bit. Yes, I do. I actually just pulled a Magic the Gathering in Magic the Gathering Arena. I don't actually have the cards. But I actually got the Moogles. So I'm thinking about making a Moogle deck. I know it is weak, and nobody runs it, but I'm going to do it anyway. This must be the man you're looking for, with his coif of neat white hair and well-groomed beard. Just as Vanillin told you he might be. He's looking to the sea. He strikes a melancholy figure. You walk up to him, close enough that he can't fail to notice you, but he doesn't so much as glance your way. He's very stoic. You'll have to try to start a conversation. So what is it then? Oh yeah, Final Fantasy X, very popular. To be honest, I know I might get some flack for it, Vinky. But I actually like Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicle the most. I know. People are like, that's a lame game. That's the worst one. But I love it. I'm addicted. I think it's so fun. So, which is it then? Huh? Assassin or debt collector? Neither. Or maybe you're here to avenge a family member. Well, I'm sorry if I killed your parents. I can assure you it was nothing personal. That's definitely not it. Really? Strange. It's usually one of those three. Well, I'm not looking for any company. Please leave me be. That seems to be all you're going to get out of him. Unfortunately, you have to tell Laurire that your investigation has hit a dead end. That's crazy. We're just going to leave this guy? Mafia? What is this? Yeah, it's Mafias, right? I can't think of another way to pronounce that. Mafias. I love it. I like it. Matias. Who is this? They look great. Who is that? Is that Ocean? Who is this? They've caught my attention. Ella Knight! Seems like a backup character. Okay. I hate VIP inventory. Like, it makes me so upset. Look at all this stuff that just expires because it's here. Because I'm not going to use it. But let's head back to Laurire. And the way we do that is to head back to the Arcana Association. It's the quickest way. Honestly, I should have put a save there. Because I feel like we're going to go right back there. Matias? Matthias? Oh, possibly, yeah. That's probably it. I have to look at it again because I haven't seen it. He's like, Matthias is like this. But his name was like this, right? I don't know. I'm not going to type that and like actually enter it because I don't want to bother everybody here. There you are. I've been waiting for you. You catch him giving you a subtle once-over as if he's looking for injuries. Is he really that worried about you? You seem unhurt. Good. You didn't run into any trouble, did you? After you left, I was concerned that I might have been sending you into a trap. If anybody should be sent in a trap, it's me. Because, like, I can overcome anything. I fought, like, everybody at this point. He has no reason to be worrying about me. Deliver your report. Hello, Aina. Hello, welcome in. Well, that's not exactly what I expected to hear. He won't talk at all? That makes confirming the report much harder. We should have gave him the letter and brought it back. That's how I thought it would sound in Spanish, but as English game, I'm not sure. This is a Korean game, actually. So if we wanted to find the exact translation, we have to find a Korean player playing the game and then look at how the text is. I can actually read Hangul, so if I saw it, I could understand the pronunciation. How are you? I'm doing amazing. How are you? Perhaps he's just a cautious sort. I can understand being hesitant to tell a total stranger all about your abilities. I suppose I better pay him a visit myself. Okay, I guess. He's done nothing wrong to assume that he's gonna... Like, Laurire is my man. I cannot throw him into a fire. Like, I love him. I don't talk about it much, but I think he's very cute. He's very charming. Very sweet. In a subtle kind of way. Not in a clingy kind of way. And I just love him. But yes, so it's a Korean game based on Celtic lore. So I feel like it's gonna get jumbled a little bit. I'm from Puerto Rico. So especially with like Pragara. Pragara is a great example because before the skill name was called Pragara. But they recently changed the name of the skill because they realized it was inaccurate to the name of the actual thing. Because it's based on Irish stuff. You know what I mean? So I think it's Fragora now. I think that they changed the skill from Pragora to Fragora in an effort to try to pronounce it correctly. So yeah, it even makes mistakes in that sense. So that's why I never try to go like too hard into it. You know, like it's a Korean game made with Celtic lore. So it's like there's gonna be jumbling up anyway. And then we're saying it from basically it's like Google Translate, you know what I mean? Like from Irish to Korean to English. There's gonna be some slip ups. But yes, I'm Puerto Rican. I suppose I'd better pay him a visit myself. Not that I think you weren't convincing. As the head of the association, I may be able to bring an air of officiality that could carry some weight. It's true. You are wearing a suit while I'm wearing this. Like, it's adorable. It's adorable. Like, don't get me wrong. But if somebody walked up to me dressed like that, I would not take them seriously. Not as seriously as I would take him, who's like wearing a full suit and tie. And I'd like to see for myself whether or not he's dangerous. Don't worry, I'll be your bodyguard. Fragra, as in the sword? Yes! Exactly! So, like, the exact thing is, like, the technique over here. It's, like, a special skill. So this one is called Seal Fragra. And then you use it with the weapon Bryonic. So that's where it, like, yeah. I don't actually do follow for follow Aina, so it's okay. But thank you for the follow. If you choose to unfollow because I don't do that, that's 100% okay too. But yes, Fragora. That's the skill. It's technically a technique, but you know, if you don't know the game, it's a little bit different to explain. And that's one reason I also love Mabi, because the concept is just so different. Like, they really looked at MMOs and were like, how can we make this fresh? How can we make this fun without being overbearing? And that's how I feel like they did phenomenal. I'm sorry to ask when you only just returned, but would you accompany me to Velvast? I will! We know he's wary of strangers. Since you've already met him, seeing you with him may make him feel a bit more at ease. Go with him. Wait! Thank you. I'm a bit relieved that you'll also be there. If it came to it, I don't know what I'd do if the situation got violent. Don't worry, I'll protect you. If you're ready, let's go. You and Laurire prepare for a trip to Belvast. Are you gonna teleport me there? Ah! I love it! I love it when we don't have to, like, literally manually walk back. It's a truly marvelous sight. I didn't know Belvast had such beautiful views. Ah, how rude of me. I was so swept away that I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Laurire. I manage the Arcana Association. Might I ask your name? I understand your wariness. Anyone who would be concerned if approached by a stranger who is unusually insistent on conversation. I'm not unaware of how that comes across. How this then? I'll introduce myself and my association in detail. You need not tell me anything about yourself until you know more. What do you think? A lot of busybodies out today, huh? Oh, I love this. Oh, so in Mabi, there's two moons, Ewaka and Latika. So there's one of the moons right here. Oh, I just feel like it adds so much. Hold on, let me stop. Let me stop. I just love Mabi, and I feel like this is such a, like, what is it, like a screenshot? You know what I mean? Like, it's screenshot worthy. I don't appreciate being interrupted. It says mysterious man now, but his name before was Matthias, or Matthias. Ah, and here are the assassins, right on cue. Who are these guys? They don't even... Okay. Look at them. They're wearing newbie wear. That's crazy. Right? Right, Vinky? They actually both have sort of like a gentleman, professional, like, beautiful look. And look, this, it might be disguised as a shadow mission, but look, we're gonna be able to fight these guys with the Explosive Vanguard skills. So we get like it's like a preview. It's like a test run of Explosive Vanguard. So all of these skills are not going to be available to us right away. We have to like earn all of these skills, but we'll get like 2 or 3 right off the bat. Miss me? Of course. Welcome in. Time to use a broomstick. A boomstick. I was like, broomstick? Why? We're not witches. Let's see if you're up to snuff. Shut up! Make me. A lance. Okay. I kind of like the vines on his arm. Or I guess that's scars. Bro got pushed into the railing. Oh, that's me! Oh, wow. I didn't even realize I was in control. I thought it was still a cutscene. I was like, what is happening? He's getting beat up. Okay, so there's definitely like a mana shell. So this seems to be similar to Dark Diviner, the Dorsha. We'll just hit him. Yeah! So let's go ahead and use F1. Okay, I don't know what these skills do, to be honest. What's happening? Why can't I use it? You don't have enough mana shells for this skill. Okay, I'm just gonna hit these guys and then see if that charges the skill. It doesn't look like it's actually charging. If you look over here. I don't know how to get more. Blast Zone, Jill Charge. Recharge. Oh! Can I just do this? Can you like ignore me? Can you please? Like I'm trying to catch my breath. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Just got stabbed in between the legs. Critical hit. Imagine. I want to try this one. I do like, I can kind of, thank you so much for the ping. I appreciate that, Hunter. Welcome in, Hunter. Where's the other one? There you are. Okay, are there more? Yes, you monster. I like this perm hair. This is clearly like a perm haircut. You won't be so lucky next time. Next time, Gadget. Next time. Well, that was dull. Good gracious. There's no doubt. What? There's no doubt that what we just saw was an Arcana talent. It's as I thought. There was something to report after all. Now that it's confirmed, I'll use any tool available to me to get him to take interest in the Arcana Association. Bro's a recruiter. He just saw some guy pulverize these guys. And he's just like, yeah, gotta get him on the team. An unwelcome guest. Wow! What is going on here? The textures. What's happening, Mabi? I was just giving you glowing reviews. You have to fix the texture, please. Actually, there's no railing here, right? Oh no, it doesn't. I forgot what this actually is supposed to look like. I was under the impression it was supposed to be like a ledge. Not a fence. The man's gone back to staring at the sea, motionless as though he was never interrupted. There's no sea here. He was staring here, there's no sea. Unless he's staring over here, I guess, but... As if he was never interrupted, he's ignoring you with determination. Can we talk a bit more? We still haven't gotten to introduce ourselves. As I've mentioned, I'm the head of the Arcana Association, a venture backed by the Queen of Eilich. Howdy, Hunter! Howdy-tations! I love the kitties. Every adoptive parent ever. LOL! My associate is her, a member of the association who's been instrumental in its development. Have you ever heard of the Arcana Association? It was formed by Her Majesty as a way to find and support citizens with extraordinary abilities. The focus of our research is on what we call Arcana talents, methods of stably combining 2 or more talents for simultaneous use. It's interesting he said combining 2 or more. Are they implying that we're gonna get talents that are like 3 or 4 talents combined? Like 3 or 4 Arcanas? Because that's kind of cool. But he's so funny. I'm waiting for this guy to like blow up at us. Like, shut up, I don't want to hear about your Arcana Association. Personally, we're a little bit more insisty than I would personally prefer. If somebody literally told me I'm not interested, I'm gonna leave. Like that's period. Like that's it. I would assume that I got the wrong person, actually. Because he sent, presumably, he sent a letter to us asking for us to, like, welcome him. When are we going to get a combination of 2 Arcana talents? That'd be incredible. What would be combined? Because I feel like we need more combinations so that we can actually, I don't know. To be honest, I'm not sure. I feel like we need more, though. Like, I could see, like, Harmonic Saint being added to another life skill. Like, I feel like it's like Idol. Like, Idol would be like costume design. I don't know. There are some talent titles that need like 3. Nice! Triple tactics talent in Mabi. Hey, I'm in. One of our most important tasks is seeking out those who have a natural affinity for a particular arcana. Laurita pauses, seeking some reaction, but the man maintains his stony silence. He's like, leave me alone. Well, I'm sure by now you must understand why we're here. We don't generally chase down this sort of anonymous report, but it seems in this case we were right to come to Belvast. The man at last levels a sharp gaze on Laurita. I get it. Laurita stands a bit straighter and talks a bit faster, as if he's trying to keep losing the man's attention again. Honestly, never increase the speed of your talking. It makes you look so anxious. And I know I say that as a person who speaks extremely quick. Like, the reason why I talk quickly is not because I am not confident, but because I like fast media. So whenever I watch like a podcast or something, I purposely ×2 it. And even before stream, I was actually watching a podcast at ×3 speed because they were talking so slow. But when you're in a setting where you need to seem professional and seem confident, speak slower. I promise, like, it will do numbers for you. Based on the description of the suspected Arcana talent in question, and the detailed description it included of you, we decided it was likely something more than a simple prank. Who told you about me? Well, if you're interested in a conversation after all, might I have your name? Laurita. He's so crazy for that. Like, he's definitely not giving up. Like, bro is determined. You can call me Matthias. Did you look into this anonymous report? I know exactly, Vinky. Literally, me too. Like, I speak so quickly, and it's my preferred speed of communication in English and Spanish. Like, I just cannot handle slow. Like, it's so terrible for me personally. And like, you get it. Because we talk fast as Puerto Ricans. Like, we always talk fast. Did you look into this anonymous report? We did. We're right here. So, that's what you want to know. Well, I'm terribly sorry, but given the information was entrusted to me under the condition of anonymity, I cannot reveal any details to someone who isn't a member of the Arcana Association. Bro. Bro is so insistent. So what is it that you want from me? It's simple. Just become a member of the Arcana Association and help us research your abilities. Excuse me? That can't be all. Well, of course, membership in the association comes with some responsibilities. For one, you'll need to visit the association regularly to assist with our research. As an organization serving the kingdom, we may request your help in circumstances where the safety of the land and its people are at stake. ×3 distorts the sound too much, but if I want to speed through a live stream, I will. It depends. I think for me, ×3 would be way too excessive. And there are other creators, like, the reason I like Rin Penrose a lot is because they talk at ×2. Like, that's it. But if I try to watch, like, let's say Iron Mouse, like, I love Iron Mouse, I think she's great. But she talks very, and which is so strange because she's also Puerto Rican. So, like, I have to, like, literally, I cannot watch her at ×1. I think possibly she is talking a little bit slower to seem more confident and stuff. And her Spanish is definitely sped up. Like, she speaks fast in Spanish, but in English it's much slower. I'm trying to think, but there are definitely some creators that if you times 3 them or times 2 them, it's too much. Like Rin Penrose is too fast at times 2. And then some are perfect at times 2. Like the podcast I was talking about was 2 hot takes, and I need them at times 3. Smosh, times 2. So it's not so simple after all, as I thought. But being a part of the association supported by the crown itself gives you access to more resources than you might imagine, and those privileges naturally come hand in hand with responsibility. He's not happy. Very well. True, Vinky. That's a possibility as well. I think that is very valid. Very well. I'll join on 2 conditions. 1, you won't convince me to move to the royal capital. It's far too rich for my blood. I'll visit the association on specific dates which we agree upon. Valid. And I like how... So one thing about me and character design is that I like when eyes are very striking. And I feel like his design is very lovely. Like, I just look at his eyes. They're so striking. They're so good. And then you can kind of see that my eyes are a little bit complex too. So I actually have brown eyes in real life, but I put like a little bit of blue and gray in the texture of these eyes, my avatar eye, because I just like eyes with variation. I think it's so pretty. One, you won't get... Okay. If you need me at any other times, you can come find me here in Belfast. Second, I actually feel like I should talk deeper for him. Let me try to talk deeper. Second, I want you to... No, it's so goofy. I can't talk that deep. I feel goofy. Second, I want you to find the person that's been spreading around information about me. Name, location, the usual. It doesn't seem to me like you know much about this mystery source. He's so weary. And for good reason. Like, I'm not even talking smack. If anything, I actually don't agree with Laodide's approach here because he was so insistent. It's strange. But like you say, you have access to resources of the Crown of Eilich. Surely, finding a single person won't be an issue. Those are my conditions. If you can agree to them, then I'll join your little group. He's definitely looking down at us. Well, if you are... I feel the need to talk to higher pitches. For me personally, I try to keep my voice... I actually feel like this voice, like the one I have right now, is really flattering for me. But he, I feel like, needs to talk deeper. Just because he has like such a gentleman-like vibe. Like he's very, I don't know, like the Godfather or something. You know? Just one last thing so we can move on to the paperwork. Can you tell me how you discovered your special lance techniques? Ha! I knew you'd keep piling on more. How do you expect anyone to join if you act like this? Exactly! Exactly! I'm actually with Matthias on this one. Laodide is so pushy right now, which is actually very against his personality normally. Which is why I really like him, because he's normally very soft, sweet, protective, but in a like gentle kind of way. He's a gentle dude, and I like that. But he's really pushy here. And I can kind of see it because this is his interest. And this is literally how he's making a name for himself. So I do believe that Laodide ties part of his value to the success of the association. So I can kind of see why he does this. Brown eyes with gold highlights are surprisingly distinct from regular brown eyes. Exactly. And I've seen somebody with really, really, really yellow eyes. And I was just like mesmerized. I was in love. I was like, girl, give me your eyes. Especially how yellow is my favorite color, and like gold and like those kind of shades. I was just so in love. When I saw her, I was like, how are you real? You look like a doll in the best way. It's the last thing we need. Just think of it as the first part of your duties towards furthering our research. As explained, a major point of the study for us is understanding how Arcana manifests. Arcana manifests. So knowing the circumstances for each specific case is essential. How much detail do you need? As I'm not familiar with the ins and outs of combat, the more detail you can give, the more likely I am able to understand what you tell me. Well, it's not a secret, but let me make this clear. Before I retired, I was a mercenary. Like most of my fellows, I do pretty much any job as long as I got paid. The corps I was in doesn't exist any longer, and good riddance, I say. Why do I feel like he would have a British accent? But technically he would have an Irish accent, right? Because Belfast is Irish. So in rehashing missions we ran, all I say is it wasn't pretty. So mind your own business, and this will go better for all of us. That's crazy. Very well. We'll add one more condition then. The Arcana Association will not inquire into events that occurred before you joined, with the sole exception of when your power first manifested. However, this condition will be considered null if we find out that you were involved in high treason. Yo, he's not playing. He's like, I am not losing the association over this guy. I don't think you can really call Belfast Irish, closer to Australia. I didn't know that. I have no idea where it actually is. I'm pretty terrible with geography, I won't lie. So you think he has an Australian accent then? That kind of makes it funnier. Or crimes of that nature. Oh, plotting against... Okay, so, however, this condition will be considered null if we find out that you were involved in high treason, plotting against the kingdom or the queen, or crimes of that nature. Ha! Trust me, no one in my corps had anywhere near that much ambition. Take this. It's a mana bullet I used when I first learned to do what I do. It's interesting that they always have some sort of article that allows us to peer into their memories. Well, I mean, since it's mostly bandits and priests that settle in it. I see. I'm sure you'll find more than seeing the memory directly than you will from listening to me talk. Why is this guy probably the best designed character in this entire game? Like, I love Laodire, but something about this guy, his hair, his eyes, a lot of the details on him. You meant pirates! Oh, I thought you said priests. But yes, pirates. I can see that. This will do nicely. Thank you. This will do, donkey. This will do. Please take the mana bullet. Let's see this memory together whenever you're ready. You got Matthias's mana bullet. I mean... Matthias's mana bullet. When you're ready, use it to see the memory of Matthias manifesting his power. Ooh, this is a very fancy mana bullet. I hate geography. Worst class I've ever had. I'm terrible at it. Same, I agree. I agree. I'm eating some cornbread while we look. Oh, look! This fits perfectly in my inventory. Like, let's zoom in. Hold on. What an awful place. Better get a hefty bonus when it's done. Well, sooner I get moving, the sooner it'll be done. One thing I don't really like about giants is that they're so big. Like, the camera, like, zooms in, like, right here. Not the face. You know what I mean? So it's like, why? Why? I want to see the whole character, especially their face. And he's walking? Criminal. Who's there? Darn it, all the researchers were supposed to be gone. Well, buddy, you picked a bad day for overtime. I can't have him interfering. I have to get rid of him. You were noticed. Well, but okay. I'm still in the #1 in chat points. Ooh, nice. My #1 spot, I guess 2 after the bot spot was taken. I gotta make up for it during Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, of course. Ugh. This specimen looks somewhat useful. Battle capabilities aren't bad. I could work with this. And those eyes. I can see yearning for new power. A willingness to do whatever necessary to wipe out the enemy. That I like. Let me make you an offer. I'm researching the unique properties of mana bullets, and I've discovered something interesting, but I'm lacking a test subject. I can give you the opportunity to play a pivotal role in a grand experiment, and perhaps gain a new power. How about it? Why bother asking? Bro just stood up. Why bother asking you? You have me at your mercy already. Well, I'm faced with a dilemma, you see. My next test requires a living conscious participant, and I'm not the sort who likes fighting for fighting's sake. I'd much rather find someone willing. And if I refuse, what then? You'll kill me? Some choice that is. Ah, so you're just gonna turn your back on opportunity? What a shame! Never said I wouldn't do it, but I don't like your pretty words. A new power, huh? Like I said, you haven't really given me a choice. Do what you want. Ha! Refreshingly candid. The suspicious man handed over a mana bullet. I like you. Here, take this bullet. I have made some special modifications to it. Your part in the experiment is quite simple. Just hold it between your hands and squeeze as hard as you can. Picture the bullet shattering between them. You must intend to destroy it. Huh. Ah, one more thing. Do be careful. That mana bullet explodes once a certain amount of pressure is put on it. So I'm glad you're reading through this quest line. I skipped everything and had no clue what was happening. LOL. I know a lot of people do that. I don't know how chat points work, but you've been #1 the whole time, I think. I also don't know how chat point works. I'm still confused if I like it or don't like it. Personally, I'm not sure if I necessarily like how chat is kind of like pinned against each other to talk more, but at the same time, I don't know. It seems like a weird little like add-on that I'm pretty sure no one asked for. There's no way to avoid the explosion. So instead, focus on embracing it. Envision yourself bringing it to your body through your palms, letting it course through your veins. What? Ah! Exhilarating. The explosion of potent magic under physical pressure is just as terrifying as always. So, let's see. Oh, you're still alive. Incredible. I've never seen my theory play out in practice before. This opens several new avenues of research. Ooh! The white hair! And he's got like a mole right here. I actually also have a mole. It's like flat. It's kind of like a birthmark. It's on the right side of my face. I think it's really cute. Yeah, I feel like that's how chat should be. I don't want to pressure people into talking or not talking, and I don't like the implication that people who are silent are not as valuable as those talking, personally. I'm actually at work, so it's surprisingly I've been able to chat much at all. Oh, I see. Well, thank you so much for watching me at work. Work hard. But play harder! Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Plus, it's not very accurate in gauging who yaps the most exactly. I just think that like it should be like time watched. If they're tracking anything, it should be like, oh, this person watched you more. You know what I mean? Or maybe it could be like an analytic thing. I don't know. I just don't like it like on the screen. It's like, I don't know. It puts a weird pressure, I feel. How do you feel? Any different? The power is part of you now. You may find you can use it in new ways. You may be even able to produce magic explosions from weapons other than dual gun. Ugh. Fair's fair. You've given me much to ponder, so in trade, I'll let you live. I'll even throw in the remains of this mana bullet. Maybe you'll find it useful. Use your new power as well. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Well, I doubt you care much about the name of your captor, but just in case you come to look back on me fondly, I'm Tegwin. You've proved quite interesting. I truly hope you managed to survive. He's kind of giving me like one of those laugh a lot villains. I kind of like it. I kind of like that vibe in Kill. I don't know. I feel like I'm really, really happy today. I feel like I'm loving everything today. But like, you know those like villains who just like giggle a lot? You know what I mean? Like they're like truly they're saying the most outlandish stuff and they're like laughing about it. That's kind of how I feel like he is. A success. How unexpected. Now, where do I go from here? This opens up so many avenues. It's difficult to choose. Where did I put my notes? The voice fades into the dregs of night. That ancient gear deck I made in Master Duel, I just improved it. I can't wait to duel you again. That's exciting! And you will be able to in a few days on Sunday. I'm excited. It's a very YT algorithm inflator? I'm not sure. Well, I like to stay, but I guess I'll sleep. Alright, have a good night. We'll probably be there full time during the Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. This marks the 3rd day in time. I've been on a VTuber stream. It's so over. LOL. Well, you're in too deep now. Can't turn around. Maybe it's just holding your spot. LOL. I can't wait. Yay! I like Tigwen. I hope we do see him again. I just like I know we will not see him again. I think that's one thing, Mabi, I wish we would do a little bit more and see old characters. Because usually what happens when we meet characters, they're pretty much contained to the generation line that they're in. For example, in Advent of the Goddess, we don't really talk about Morgan anymore. Like, it's not really there. Now, Tarlok, Rory, and Mari, we do talk about more, but still not that much. It's still contained in their sections. Like, for example, these people, they appear again in Saga. But they're in Advent of the Goddess, I'm pretty sure in Iria, and then Saga. And then, like, Apocalypse, they don't appear at all. Winds of Fate don't appear. And these are supposed to be, like, the most iconic characters of the game. When the game started, there was servers like Mari, Rory, and Tarlok. And Alexina, but that's a different thing. So we had those servers. Like, that's how important these characters were to the game. To just not have them in Winds of Fate. That's how I feel like it's a little bit strange. And I wish we would have more characters that were more reoccurring. Sort of like the aces. I feel like the aces appear fairly often. Like, they definitely did appear in Divine Knights, in Saga. I feel like their debut was Saga, and then they had a moment in Divine Knights. Apocalypse had some of the Divine Knights. I feel like they're pretty much contained to their storyline and then the next one. But like in Winds of Fate, Piran isn't even there. You know what I mean? Like, he just disappears. And then we have so many iconic characters like Linden, who we never go into more. Or like Igurna, you know, like, we don't talk about them. And I feel like I want to learn more about the characters themselves. I'm gonna go rank up in Yu-Gi-Oh! Have a great stream and night. I enjoy your streams. Well, thank you. I enjoy you being here. Yeah, they're more relevant throughout the more generations, yeah. As a Fate fan, I need to know, is Scarlett in the game somewhere? Yes. Do you want to visit? She's actually here in Belvast. And she's the girlfriend of the Admiral. So let's stop by the Admiral and then visit her next. I hate Belvast. It's so complicated. This is why... Wait! I have the scroll. Hold on. You can literally, using this scroll, teleport exactly to the Admiral. This is Admiral Owen. And then we can make it to Scarlett. Yeah. What's their role in Fate? I know their story. Actually, I think that witch and Owen are probably like the cutest couple. Not the witch version of her, because she's kind of like split in half. At least in Mabi. So basically, she is basically she fell in love with a guy, Admiral Owen. And well, first the story starts off with Manannan. Actually, Manannan loves beautiful things, and he's like the god of something, like the god of the sea, I forgot. And basically he loves beautiful things, and he fell in love with that woman, that Scarlett or whatever. I can't actually figure out how to say it. And she basically rejected him, saying, I cannot love you. Like, I can't love anyone. So how can I love you? Basically, like, I can't love anyone. And then he was like, oh man, that sucks. But understandable. And then so he, you know, like, leaves. But then she falls in love with Admiral Owen. And he's like, wait a second. I thought you said you couldn't fall in love with anyone. What happened? And then she was like, well, you know what? Things change. And he's like, what? No. So then he curses her. And then now she's like half witch, half human. So that's the situation there. But Admiral Owen still loves the witch. So she's human during the day and witch at night. Let me figure out how to get there. Oh my gosh. Look at the bears. The bears aren't normally here. The bears are normally spiders, but I do have arachnophobia mode on. You can hear. Hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Naka ya. Naka ya. Naka tsu. Welcome in. How are you doing? How are you? Do you play Mabi too? I thought that troll was a guy for a second. So Scarlett is in here in the witch's cave. I don't know what time it is. It's 6:40 p.m. And it's probably going to be like 7. I think the times were set at 6. So it's night right now. So she's human. Oh, yeah, she's human here. So this is her, like her real self. A beautiful lady stands alone in the wreckage. Through the sun filtering through the rocks, cast in a warm light, a chill runs through your bones as you approach. What is this cold ire in her eyes? So basically she has to stay here because she's in love with Admiral Owen and Admiral Owen loves her. But because of the curse, she becomes a witch in the morning and she tries to kill Admiral Owen, basically. So he can visit her when she's like this, but other than this form, it's dangerous to be here. So because of all the trolls and stuff, so he can't just visit her freely, and that's the point. So she's restrained to this area specifically. But they're like star-crossed lovers, kind of. You know, like, they cannot be together. Manannan Mac-Lur is the son of the sea, so yes, the sea god. Exactly, nice! So why does a witch make her a killer? I don't really know exactly what happened exactly, but basically she's just a totally different person. So here she's like soft, beautiful, she's like in love with Admiral Owen and he loves her. Like they have a connection. And then when they're in a room together, like you'll see it in like Apocalypse as well, like they have this chemistry and you're like, dang. And then Manannan ruined that all because a girl told him no, bro. Yes, so this is her. We can also visit her later in the morning so you can see her witch self too. But yeah, I like her story. I think it's really beautiful. Or like really sad. Like it's tragic. But it's so intriguing. And similar with Tarlock and Crystal. I think she has a different name, but she changed it to Crystal after she became human. Because she was a succubus. For anyone who is unaware. What gen is that again? So, Apocalypse is over at G22. But I think we actually get into the story of Scarolith, I think in Shakespeare. I'm not 100% sure. I would actually recommend checking the wiki. I mean, it makes sense. Is a warrior in history. I see. So because I've been playing all of this kind of like throughout the years, I kind of forgot exactly where the stories lie. I just know my favorite is Apocalypse because of my boy Piran. But before Piran, my guy was actually Tarlok. Like, I love Tarlok. I think he's great. But then he became a kid in Saga, and I was like, dang, man. Like, he's still cute, but like, for real. Then Altum was released, and I was like, hey. and then Apocalypse, Piran. I'm still in Shakespeare because I've been all in on leveling up and the grind for money the hard way. Oof. Honestly, that's the way to do it. And honestly, if you get through all of Shakespeare, if you get through Aberrant of the Goddess, Iria, Alchemist, and Shakespeare, I'm pretty sure you can be level 20k, so you can do a lot of stuff. Like, you finished Blanid if you made it that far. But let's focus back at the matter at hand, because I took an entirely big detour, but I just love her story, so that's why I went over here. So let's figure out what the next part of the quest is. Explosive. I was supposed to talk to him. I thought we were going to go back to the Arcana Association, to be honest. I'm like 40k now. Hey, congrats. You might actually be farther than me now. Where am I? 38. So yeah, you're farther than me if you're 40. Oh, what the? You're so rude for that. And for that, I will blow you up. Man, I'll punch you. You don't think I will? I didn't have my staff earlier, but I am going to. I'll pulverize you. Oh, I don't even need to use Meteor. You're dead. You want a piece of this? Watch out. Empty bottle. I'm actually going to take that empty bottle. Because I feel like that's like a food item, right? But you know what? Why don't we even just use the current compass? Because you can actually see Mananan in the game, and he is a looker. Yeah, but you don't actually have the stats. I don't... Oh, you have the stats. I haven't maxed. I don't have my life skills maxed. There! Sorry, man. I didn't mean to drag you into this. Oh, I thought that said cute warrior. I was like, let me see if he's really cute. Cave rat. Yes, I have a food cart. A food mart cart. I actually named my cart Food Mart Cart because my friend has like Publix cart and Kroger cart or something. So I picked another grocery store. So let's head back to here. I'm pretty sure the cliff is where he weighs. And that's great because we can just use the moon gate, which is great. So if we're gonna have to travel around, I'm glad that they made the same spot that we have to go to next to a moon gate. Are you done? Will that do for an explanation? It will. Yes, it was quite illuminating. Thank you. Did you ever happen to meet this Tegwin fellow again? Of course, he'd interest someone like you. But you're not that naive. You must have seen it, as plain as I did. He was the sort who'd stop at nothing for the sake of power. Hanging around that type of person is a good way to find yourself in an early grave. So you never met him again? No, and I don't want to. Lurk, thank you so much for the lurk, I appreciate it. For all I know, he might already be dead in a ditch somewhere. That's the only thing that comes of greed like that. It reminds me of that song, so many years ago, many more than I even dare to bear in my mind. From the darkest of the places I found you. All the limbs in their right places, and a heart made of real gold. Tell me your little doll. Answer, I ask you kind. And the reason why it reminds me of that, greed is truly blinder than me. That's one of the lines. Why would I want to be there alongside of him? Tell him that Tiguan is dead. He is? I didn't even realize. Did I kill him already? I see. I'll do us both a favor and skip asking how you know, since I'm sure the answer involves a story far grander than I can imagine. I can't say I'm surprised. He didn't seem like he was headed for a long, peaceful life. Is he the guy from Alchemist? Tiguan? Or was that the guy from Apocalypse? I have to look it up just because I need to know. Because I hear them name drop some dude that I apparently know, and he's just gone now, apparently. And I was just saying that I wanted to have him more in the story. So where did he appear? I think he is the guy from Alchemist. No, Black Moon member, Llewellyn Mine. Okay, yeah. Wait! Wait. No! No! This guy! Oh my gosh! I know him! It took me a while to think of. Oh no. Oh. That was Piran's best friend. And remember he had that like whole crash out? If you haven't seen Apocalypse, if you haven't played through Apocalypse, basically, spoilers ahead, Piran is my favorite character, and Piran is a character who got kidnapped at the beginning of the story. And then basically he's begging you to find his friends and family, because his entire friends, family, all of them got kidnapped as well. We were only able to rescue Piran. So basically, he's like holding out hope that you meet him again. Like that he meets his friends and family again. And he meets his family again, like Lyndon. And basically he found the glasses of one of his best friend, Tiguan. And then, you know, he has a crash out. Like he has a full on crash out. And you can see it coming in the beginning of the story that he's not necessarily like, he's pushing down a lot so he can have like a happy facade. And then he had a full crash out and ran into Fefiata. And then if you've played Mabi, then you know that Fefiata is not a safe place. So basically he's like having a mental breakdown over there. And we have to rush in and then basically be like, Piran, what's up? And then he's basically like grieving. And then you tell him like, well, I've grieved too. Like I've lived through a lot. And you are the hero in all of these stories. And your friends die a lot. I did all of the Apocalypse quests. And your friends, family, they die. Like Mari, she's like 10 and she died. Rory also kind of started as our friend, then betrayed us. He hated us. Then he died. But then he was like our friend again. So it's like complicated. She died. Like all of these people, they like die, or they have like some like complex thing going on. So basically we're telling Piran like I've seen it. I've been through it. I know what you're going through, basically. And then I'm not going to spoil everything for Apocalypse. I have read it all, and I did all of those streams live. So if you do want to go back and look at the VODs on YouTube, you 100% can. They are there. Yeah, it was rough. And then Tiguan was there. And then, so it was like, he thought he had the whole crash out because his friend died. But then his friend was alive. And he was like, actually, I was using you. And that kept happening to Piran. They don't kill off everyone. Like Tarlock, well. Okay, so Rory died to save Tarlock. So Tarlock is still around, but Tarlock should have died. Mari got reincarnated into Now. So if you know Now, yeah, that's where Now comes from. So I think Now's middle name is Marlin or something. It's a nod to Mari. So that's her new life. Crystal is human now. But she was a succubus earlier. Like, it kind of gets complex. Not everybody dies. Shakespeare gets away, but Shylock dies. The whole Mabi as a whole, the whole story really revolves around reincarnation. Even the main character, this is an isekai. If you guys don't know, this is an isekai story where you're the Malaysian. Like, they're literally implying that you are the Malaysian. And then Malaysians in general are all isekai characters, but you're a special Malaysian because you're the main character of the story. So Malaysians, they view time as we do. You know, like 1 hour is 1 hour. But for everybody in the game, they don't view it that way. For them, I think 1 hour is like seconds. You see how fast the time goes? Right now it's 3:40 a.m. And then that's how they distinguish player characters from real ones. I sent isekai where you die to move to another world. Exactly. So basically the story of Mabi is that you yourself are dead and you reincarnate into the game, basically. That's the story of it. The Mari becomes now, there's no throw line for it. Basically, she becomes a guardian of the soul stream so that she can guide other souls to live in the world of Mabi in Aaron. I can't say I'm surprised. He didn't seem like he was headed for a peaceful life. I doubt he died an easy death, but I won't pretend to be sorry. Well, anyway, I have all I need to officially accept you into the Arcana Association. Congratulations. Now we have some paperwork to complete in the association room. You're right that I don't know the full story. I'm pretty sure I might have known earlier. And this is kind of like, I kind of want to make like shorts or something about it, talking about the lore of Mabi, because I feel like we, as a community, don't really know the lore. I feel like there's a lot of stories to tell. Yeah, true, Dime. That's right. You're right there. I don't know. I'm sure there is a storyline and why, but I've forgotten if there is. Since I don't imagine you're familiar with the layout of the Tower Royal Castle, you can follow me. Follow me, then you'll see. Follow, 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 but the truth is hard to swallow. Follow me. We have to go all the way there for a few pieces of paper. Can't you bring them to Belvast? I'm afraid I'm not permitted to bring castle paperwork of a sensitive nature off the premises. There are certain security concerns. It's a trip that you'll be making frequently from now on. So you might as well start learning the way. Bro is so pushy, but he's so funny. I can already tell there's no use challenging you in a battle of words. Lead the way. Am I wrong? Like, am I tripping? Is he not a very attractive character? Like, he's really beautifully made. Like, with even, like, his hair. Like, even though I love Laurire, and I will always choose Laurire compared to Mafias, there's something special about Mafias' design. Wait, I haven't played in years. Is the style tab no longer a paid thing? Nope, it isn't. Anybody can use it. I have not purchased VIP, or I never pay for any, like, anything. Wait, where's my phone? Bro, I threw my phone over there. I have no idea why. I threw both of them over there. Maybe I was having a moment and I was freaking out. He kind of gives K-pop star vibe, right? Like something is just special about him. I'm very curious to see what the thought process was in his design. I appreciate the cooperation. I assure you, my intent is for the paperwork to go as quickly as possible for both our sakes. Are you ready to go? Mafias trails behind Laurire reluctantly. You give the man a bullet back to its owner. He wears a clean pressed shirt and vest. Oh wait, I'm not gonna read all this. I forget that the first line is like introducing the character. For a second, I thought he didn't have a leg. I won't be able to help you with your paperwork if you're that far away. This place is too crowded as it is, and I don't like people hovering over my shoulder. Well, if that's what you prefer, I guess it's okay. Here's your registration document. I filled in all your conditions. I'm still thinking about T-Win. I'm not gonna lie, like, Piran got done so dirty in Apocalypse. Like, Apocalypse was criminal. Like, it was criminal. If you haven't read the story of Apocalypse, I really recommend you do. Or watch my story, my playthrough. No, wait. I don't think I was a streamer at the time. Was I? I need to actually check. I'm actually gonna go check my first Mabi streams that are recorded on this channel. Hey, if you guys want to see it, I am willing to play through it all again. Because I like it, and I love the story, and I love Piran. Piran is my man. Follow me, then you'll see. Follow, 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 follow. I miss you, Piran. Let's do G24. So, I already did G22 already. And then my first time doing a generation on stream was G24. So I do recommend that you do play through G22, just so that you can see it more. Or, you know, you can ask me to do it. I will. Evie! Hello, Living Dreamer! Welcome in! Depends. Was your mic having a stroke back then? Probably. My personal fan thing is Fergus is the reason for Glenn Burna. Explain. What is your fan theory? Yes! Explain. What is that? I filled in all your conditions, but you may want to read it over to avoid surprises. I never doubted you knew your paperwork. I just wanted to make sure that we're clear on the terms. Very good. Let's review them. Let's review. You took a rumor a few people knew and refuted it by stating an affair of which no one has accused you. I begged you to take a break. You refused to. It's my favorite arcana, but it's surprisingly expensive. It's super expensive? Interesting. This is like my first time trying it. So I'm still in the storyline. I took so many detours at this point. I'm having a lot of fun. I think this quest line is really nice. I like how it ties into Apocalypse. I love the character, Mafias. I think he looks great. I love the detail on him. In general, I just like it. I think this is great. And also, chat is very lovely today, and it's just reminding me of a lot of positive things. Very good. Let's review. You have 3 main points, correct? First, you'll be required to visit the Arcana Association only on designated days. Second, that we won't investigate anything that occurred before you joined. Third, that we will work to find out who sent the report about you. I do think we'll need your active help on that last point, though. Right, of course. I'm not trying to test you. I'll do whatever I can to help. Good. Those are your terms. Here are the associations. First, you'll actively contribute to the research into Arcana. For this, you'll need to be present in person on days specified. Second, if the Arcana Association receives a request from the Regiment or a mission that's necessary for the good of the Association, you must, after consulting with the Association head, support the mission to the best of your ability. Do those terms still suit you? Yeah, that's all fine. Never said what those designated days are. When should I be here? I believe 4 days a week will be required. So let's say from... I'm not even going to say that. Like, that is definitely some sort of Irish term that I don't have the power to say. But maybe I should Google it and then learn. Will that suit you? You're really going to take more than half the week? Well, if that's the rule, that's the rule. I hope you won't find it too onerous. Never seen that. And of course, you're welcome to leave for meals and breaks as you wish. Feel free to take walks or run errands whenever you like. The important question is, how long does he have to stay here? Are we implying that he stays here 24 hours a day for those 4 days? Because it seemed like he might have implied that he needs to be there at the beginning of the day to the end of the 4th day. That's kind of severe. You don't need to keep convincing me. I'll join, just as long as you don't go back on your end of the deal. Of course. In that case, I look forward to working together. He joined the Arcana Association. Together, you can delve deeper into Explosive Vanguard, Arcana talent, of which he has proven a paragon. Yay! So we have Explosive Vanguard now. I kind of want to try it now. Wow! I just looked at the time. We have 15 more minutes. We have 15 minutes to check out Explosive Vanguard and see it. He's a permanent NPC now. His life is here. LOL. True. Basically. Everyone is here. Where is he though? Oh, there he is. I was looking for him. I was like, okay, I see Enoa over here. I see Rowan. Of course, Lauride is always over there. I see Koena, and I just remember that Eoler is here. And then now we have Explosive Vanguard. Hey! Well, you know, Fergus can break anything, right? And that is so funny because he even broke Blanded's special weapon. So I won't talk in too much detail because Blanded is a beginner thing. So I do want people to go into that. And I think Blanded is really great. Even the story-wise, I think is very nice. So yes, do play it. It's so funny, Fergus in that story. My Mabi channel on YouTube called Break Time with Fergus. I believe the last show was telling about Glen Burna. Glen is a break in time and space. That's crazy! So if we look at it that way, they used to say the name, they almost had a break in the center. So if we take a break in the center of the show's name, Break Time with Fergus, isn't that like the second or third revamp? Yes. Did the story change? I feel like the story is always the same, but I don't know because I already did Blended. So I can't even check. Oh, the owner of Caladbog. I have no idea. But we need to talk about the Glen Burna NPC. She is gorgeous. Look at these flowers. I actually like these flowers. They're like mums, right? They're called mums? I have to Google it. No, this is something else. No, it is. It is that. It's just on Google, they look different for some reason. But if you hit the image tab on mums, some of them look like that. Not all of them, but some of them. Interesting. I actually think mums are very pretty. I think mums are a cute little flower. Most of the story is the same in Blanded. There. I just like Blanded. I think Blanded is great. A beautiful character. She's very sweet. Let's see. What were we doing? We were testing Explosive Vanguard. So let's go ahead and like stop by Tyrconale and then actually use the skills and then try to see how it goes. Wait, do I have it applied? No, I don't. Ooh, I almost botched it. You saw that? I almost botched it. So let's go ahead and go over here. And one of the updates, they said that we won't have to go here anymore to change Arcana, which I am excited about. Because coming here every so often is kind of annoying. I'm amazed that was enough pixels, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, Mabi isn't even that bad when it comes to graphics. Like, they can make stuff that looks pretty good. And remember that Terra is an old building. Like, this is old. So with newer sections, like Glen Burna, for example, it's gonna look better. What is this? It looks kind of like lavender, but it looks more like a gladiolus. But gladioluses tip over, right? I like the mums. I think they're pretty. Why is the mum triggering something? Like, it's triggering happiness. Is it because there's yellow here? Anyway, let me stop looking at these flowers. Let's focus. Tyrconale. Skanderivna. Nalatirnanog. Skanderivna. Nalatirnanog. Come with me, have a look around. We built our love on the sacred ground. Blow things up. Ay, I'm excited because even though we had that section, oh, I have an empty bottle, I forgot. Even though we had that little test run, I feel like it wasn't necessarily like fulfilling. So let me go over here. Let me find a spot where I can put Explosive Vanguard. What is this? Is this Ice Mastery? Why is this even on my hotkeys? Lightning Mastery? What are these? Magic Mastery? Fire Mastery. Okay. I'll actually move Party Healing and Enchant too, and let's just move Healing too. We will keep the Spirit Weapon there, because that's actually pretty useful. So whenever I'm not Harmonic Saint, I actually do need my healing and party healing. So I am going to keep that tab there. But I'll move it like this. And then we'll put the Explosive Vanguard right there. We literally have one skill. You guys, this is diabolical. I can't do anything with one skill. That's a criminal. You can't be used without mana bullets. Not like there was anything to begin with. Need to power level 200 real quick, basically. That's diabolical. Like, I feel a little cheated. I won't lie. So I guess we should take a detour and then just go ahead and do one Stardust mission. I feel like we can do just one, right? Follow me. I look cute with this lance. Like, don't I look cute? Okay. Hold on. Stop moving. It's over here, Sponsorship Society. And I know, yes, I can expand it. I know it goes larger. I just don't like it. I like it kind of compact. Blue raspberry yogurt. I'm actually going to check if that's a decent price. Because I'm not going to pay like $500,000 for some blueberry yogurt. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Deliver 2 servings of blueberry yogurt. I'm pleasantly surprised because sometimes they have like these at extortion prices. Like, let's see what the most expensive is. Like this is already too much for some yogurt. Follow me, then you'll see. Follow, 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 follow. But the truth is hard to swallow. Follow me. Hijacked. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams. Where the city sleeps. And I'm the only one, and I walk alone. Ah, 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 ah. Where am I going? Okay, to Melwyn, right? I got distracted by this giant cake. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I was like, what is that? Balloon? Magical, and they chose to make their name a flashing one. Interesting. Looking at her, you know... Okay, I'm not gonna read all that. I thought I smelled something good. This is good enough to make Lennis proud. I bet whoever put in the request for this is going to be quite excited to receive it. Beautiful. I'm actually going to put the mini-map away because I actually know the layout of Dunbarton. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our next crystal. And I know some of these are going to expire. I never use all of these. I wish they didn't expire so quickly. But it is what it is. I don't mind letting some of them go. It just makes my inventory neater, faster. So I'm gonna do another item fulfillment one. Do rain casting? That's diabolical. But that makes me remember that I need to do Grandmaster missions as well. So we're gonna go ahead and do B. Let's actually see where we are exactly in Stardust. So, oh, look! We did all of the item fulfillment B that we need for now. Anyway, we're gonna need more later, but we're doing pretty good when it comes to item fulfillment requests. This one always is easier to do, so I always finish that one first. Like, every rank has been that way. So let's go ahead and see what they gave us. Deliver an adventurer suit. I just know I'm gonna have to give that one away. No, see, look, $500,000 for an adventurer suit. I'm not paying that. So let's go ahead and do Shadow Realm Champion, because I think that's also a Stardust mission. So let's go ahead and do that one. That's a Terra mission, right? So Terra is not Titan, so it is enemy behind. Let them fight is Titan. And then we need to do Shadow Realm Champion. I love this animation. I actually wish I had that outfit so I could have that animation. Shadow Realm Champion. I hope this is a decent one. And it's criminal that they're not giving me the... So I'm actually going to switch it to my spell tab. Actually, all my spells are right there, so it's fine. Yo! Hello, Dark! Wish we got more skill tabs like last master plan. Skill tabs? What do you mean? You mean like the equipment one? Oh, like these? I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm thinking about getting a face tattoo. Interesting. What are you thinking about getting? I actually like the look of tattoos, but I don't like the commitment that it requires. So I don't have any tattoos. But I am thinking about getting like a tattoo printer or like a set of temporary tattoos because I think that would be fun. Ooh, and we're doing this as Explosive Vanguard. So it might be a little bit more difficult than I expected. So we do have this. Let me actually switch tabs too, so I can put on my other spirit weapons. I have final hit right there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up my tab, and then I'm gonna do... Is it hidden? Where is the... Where's your spirit weapon attack? Wait, do I have to ask my spirit weapon? Let me ask my spirit weapon. Conversation, chat. And then I'm going to do skills. If I can offer a little advice, the smash skill will become incredibly powerful, growing in strength as you do. I've even heard of warriors defeating a bear in a single blow with a well-timed smash. Just starting out, you might... Okay, that's completely irrelevant. You're not going to give me the skill? I might just have to use Azarel, my staff. Because I do have the spirit weapon attack. Let's go ahead and put that spell walk. I'm a little scared. I've always been, I've always had the harmonic feint buff. And, Jalal from Fairy Tail, interesting. To match my Fairy Tail tattoo I have. You know what? You'll always be matching, Seagheart from Rave Master 2. Because they look very similar with the same scar. I don't know if I can do this. I'm a little worried. Oof. Yes! Explosion that gets everyone, not just me. No, I should also ask my dolls to be here. Hey, let me hit. We believe. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself, baby. You got to believe in yourself, or you'll get nothing from anyone else. Don't be sad when people tell you no. Keep on searching for another way to grow. Go, go, go. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself, baby. You see how I'm getting whooped? Absolutely. Let's go ahead and do this. I actually haven't done this skill much. What's going on here? Do I have to do shockwave? I don't even like it, so I kind of have it in the back. Guess I'll put it over here. Might as well, right? Yay! Keep on searching for another way to go. Go, 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 go. Believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself, baby. You got to believe in yourself, or you'll get nothing from anyone else. That's just silly. Is that what he said? He's zapping me. Like, can you stop? Like, that's very rude. Yay! You know what character also needs to come back? Bertha. Like, she literally straight up vanished after the event. And thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Did I win? Yeah. Wow! I beat the boss and I didn't even realize it. So let's go ahead. Grab this. Fireball crystal. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting that. Okay. And then now let's head back to Melwyn. The worst thing about doing quests is that you start picking up random stuff because of your dolls, and then you have to organize it. This must be a nightmare, 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 a nightmare I'm going through. Nightmare, 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 what am I gonna do? I'm stuck in a time warp, time warp. How did I go astray, astray? Baby, the matter is serious. Won't somebody show me the way? This must be a nightmare, 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 nightmare I'm going through. A nightmare. I think I need to do B, but let me actually exit out of that one and then just like double check, because I don't want to accept a quest that I don't actually need. Yep, it's core fragment B. I just wanted to double check. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. What am I gonna do? Alright. But, as you know, the time is here. Time is running out. Time is running out. Time is running out. Ooh. So is Explosive Vanguard good? I don't know. I do find it interesting, and I find the storyline very interesting. I haven't heard very many good things about it, but Living Dreamer did actually come in and say that it was good, although a little expensive. I'm stuck in a time warp, time warp. How did I go astray, astray? Baby, the matter is serious. Won't somebody show me the way? So actually, we get to raid to someone new playing Mabi today. So I'm going to go ahead and open a few tabs and then see who is, one, actually on, and then actually playing Mabi. Because sometimes they have like the just starting screen. So I kind of want to see who's here, and then also who's kind of similar to me in content. I'm actually going to choose Airi XD. They're also a VTuber. Well, they have a digital avatar. So hopefully they're a very lovely person. I admit I don't know too much of their content. I haven't seen them around really, but I do follow them, so hopefully that's a good sign. I pass out now. Yes, get some rest, get some sleep. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a great day at work for the people who are at work. I remember Vinky. And then if you are sleeping now, have a nice night. Sleep dreams. May all your dreams be sweet tonight. Safe upon your bed of starlight. And know not of hunger, pain, or care. And when you dream, I'll fly away and meet you there. So sleep. That's a song lyric, by the way. But yes, have a good night or morning, everyone. See you guys next time. Love you guys and stay sweet. Bye. Bye. May all your dreams